We're here. The final bit. I think we still lead the same way. What I would like to do, because I have them in my inventory, is I have 6 rare candies. We're gonna get Jesse up to 53. Use another rare candy. Clarence up to 53. Clarence to 54. Gray Fox to 54. Amber to 54. And Jesse to 54. Now everyone's 54. Perfect. I don't remember what voices I did for these characters. It's been a while, boy. Do you remember me? Do you recall this? I helped you in Gadeon Port. There's no need for thanks. I was merely punishing a fool that used a shadow Pokémon in public. At that time, we didn't want the world to know what we, Cypher, were planning. Back then, I thought you were just an ordinary child. Little did I suspect that you would become Cypher's biggest and most damaging threat. That's enough talk. You have the skills to, and the wherewithal to reach Citadark Isle. Let me see your abilities in full glory. I think I save-stated already, but I'm gonna do it again. Alright, Wailord and Manectric, are you gonna try and set the rain? You know what, that's annoying. Okay, you have a full team of 6. This is why I remember this place taking long. Alright, well, the rain is up. I can't set the Aurora Veil, so I'm gonna set the Trick Room and get Jesse in here. That way the drought comes out. Volt Switch. Ow. Lantern. That's a Shadow Lantern. Scald. That's not going to do anything. Alright, so now Torkoal should be the fastest on the field here. I would like to paralyze anything, but I don't think I can. I think Clarence heals here. Got the Hyper Potions for it. Clarence heals. And we use Solar Beam on Wailord. It's gonna come out first, and it's just gonna go straight into Wailord. That is doing nothing. Alright, Scald's gonna hurt. Even with the sun up. Shadow Wave is also gonna hurt. That hurts a lot. Clarence here heals Jesse. Jesse goes for a Solar Beam on Wailord. I don't want this tanky-ass Wailord sitting here. I can't afford to hit Lantern at the moment. Get out of here. I guess it was a speed tie between Wailord and Torkoal. Alright, the double Intimidate. I mean, I'm not using physical moves. I don't want anyone to go down here. I don't think I can even paralyze because they're electric types. Dazzling Gleam and Flame... Earthquake? I want an Earthquake, but it's not going to hit Lantern. Alright, no, what we have to do here, what I want to do here, but I can't, I want to bring out, Amber, but Amber's going to take electric type hits. Alright, I think we just say fuck it, we ball. Hyper Potion, Jesse, let Jesse stay alive, and Flamethrower the Lantern. The Lantern's 10 levels under everything else, so this could be nice. Good. Shadow Slayer. That didn't kill. That Volt Switch did way too much damage. Cool model for Zapdos. Alright, well now you have 2 shadows on the field here. Not to my liking. Dazzling Gleam if I can. Aurora Veil if I can. Since the Trick Room's still up there, actually faster now. So Clarence is gonna go down. Shadow Bolts. Aurora Veil's up. And now the Trick Room wears off. Jacob is a great pick here. We're gonna Aqua Tail, Zapdos, and heal Gray Fox. I avoided. We're golden there. We're doing all that damage, but the Aurora Veil's gonna tank us. That's perfect. I know that's static, but that's still perfect. The Aqua Tail will not be very effective on Lantern. And we just throw an Ultra Ball at Zapdos. That's unfortunate. That does a lot. But we're good there. I'm actually afraid of some bad things happening here. We full restore on Jacob. On Gray Fox's team, we throw the Ultra Ball at Zapdos. The fact that that is not shaking concerns me, because Shadow Wave and the Hail is putting Zapdos on a 1 more turn time limit. And I'd have to redo the fight from the beginning, because that was my rule in the original series. I don't know how many turns it's necessarily been. I don't really feel like a Timer Ball is necessary. I'm gonna throw a Shade Ball at Zapdos. And since I can't do 2 balls, I guess just confuse Lantern. Please? Wow, 1 shake, huh? And the Shadow Wave is going to knock out the Zapdos. Alright, so we do the fight a second time. Ultra Ball. The Shadow Wave does too much damage to the opposing Shadow Pokemon, Zapdos. So we'll try and catch Lantern. Alright, Lantern being out instantly is fantastic. Dazzling Gleam does a good amount. Clarence takes the hit. Manectric comes out. The Intimidate happens, that's completely fine. Dazzling Gleam again. And honestly, instead of Jacob doing anything here, Jacob's gonna... Or not Jacob. Jesse will switch out into Barbara, because the sun is still up. Barbara could use Solar Beam, or it can use Shockwave, either or. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, out comes Zapdos. Barbara's tanking that. And Jacob is coming in. Jacob is going to Aqua Tail the Zapdos. Barbara is going to Shockwave the Wailord. That does so much. That gets Zapdos to down to half. Wailord still doesn't go down from that. And you have a Wiki Berry to heal? I don't even think you had... I didn't even think I saw that last time. Alright, all I can do is Aqua Tail. Well, that's not what we want here. Barbara needs to live. I would love to... Actually, I think I don't think I can afford to Tail Glow. Zapdos is going to do too much damage. I'm going to confuse Zapdos. I avoided. Alright, that'll be perfect. I'm not going to damage it anymore, and hopefully the status condition will help here. So Jacob. On Jacob's turn, we throw the Ultra Ball. At Zapdos. Barbara, Shockwave the Wailord. Still nothing on the Zapdos there. It still doesn't hit itself in confusion, and that hurts very badly. I can set up Aurora Veil now. I don't trust it, though. Jacob is too low. We need to make sure this is out first. Perfect. Zapdos hit itself in confusion. You have Reflect? Well, that's not nice. Aqua Tail, Wailord. Ultra Ball Zapdos. Okay. I guess you could do that too. I don't want this Zapdos on more of a time limit than it's already on here. That's crazy. Like, we're living this. But we are just in a stalemate right now. Actually, here's the better call. On Jacob's turn, we throw Timer Ball. Actually, no, we throw Shade Ball. At Zapdos, Moonblast the Wailord. Come on. In every reality I'm in, I have a terrible relationship with Zapdos. I hate this Pokemon. Zapdos is no longer confused. Wailord goes down to the hail at least. Amber has to come out. You still have Manectric, which I'm not a big fan of here. Hurricane Manectric. Zapdos, you gotta get in the ball. Like, you really gotta get in the ball. Like, you really gotta get in the ball. Like, that's another Shadow Pokemon. You're gonna have, like, Shadow Storm again. That's gonna be really fucking funny. Alright, well, we have to spend Jesse's turn reviving somebody. Because this is getting stupid. This is where our max revives are very handy. I honestly want Barbara alive the most. Maybe. No, I want Jacob alive the most. Great Fox. Please, can we please catch the Zapdos? Like I told you, we needed balls. Okay, Zapdos is dealt with. We're living. Manectric keeps coming out and using Intimidate with this Volt Switch. It's very annoying. We are going to double Hyper Potion. Using my last Hyper Potions. But I need to stay alive. You're gonna Volt Switch again. That does way too much, man. You have a Metagross too? Alright, well now I really need Jessie alive. Jessie needs to Flamethrower the heck out of this Metagross. And we need to... Don't I have a... I think I have a Max Potion. I have a PP Max I haven't used. Just when I had Max Potions. No, I'm definitely sure there was a chest somewhere that where I picked up Max Potions. Alright, I guess I only have 4 Restores, which is not great. I don't know where it went. I could have sworn I had Max Potions. I have Energy Powder, that's not gonna do anything. Alright, full Restore it is, which is not what I want to be healing with. But I'm not under a status. Alright, I wanted you to hit Gray Fox there, that's fine. That barely does anything. At least your special attack is falling. We're gonna double up into Metagross here. I'm gonna hit Metagross with Power-Up Punch. I'm gonna hit it with Hammer Arm. We can take this hit. We can tank this. And we take the Shadow Burst too. Okay, Metagross is gone. And now it's just... Was it Manectric and Kingdra? I'm gonna Flamethrower into Manectric. And I have to fully heal Jessie, because it's gonna use some sort of electric move. It can only hit Jessie. Jessie needs to be full health. Because that shit fucking hurts. Sunlight faded, this is okay. Flamethrower. I can only use Hammer Arm. That's annoying. We're tanking that, though. What if I just Hammer Arm again? We can take out Manectric. Manectric I don't even think can hit me. Can't even hit me. It's only using Volt Switch. Okay, so Manectric is gone. We heal. Actually, you know what? Energy Powder. I'm not using it on anything else. The Shadow Burst isn't doing a lot of damage. And I avoided Hammer Arm again. Or it could get a critical hit. It could just get a critical hit when I was about to knock it down to half health and start throwing Ultra Balls. You want to see me do the fight again? For the sake of my time, I have been on this fight for like 45 minutes to an hour. I haven't been keeping exactly track, but my recording is an hour and a half, and it started with the Snaddle fight. My executive decision is we are going to confuse Ray the Lantern, and I am going to click Ultra Ball. Zapdos is at the lowest possible health. It is hailing, and Lantern's gonna do Shadow Wave. I am overriding my save state 1 ball. 2 balls. Okay. Fair. I still have so much more to deal with in this fight, and I don't mind doing that. I think all you have left are your 2 shadows. What I did in the beginning of this fight is he leads with Manectric and keeps using Volt Switch into Clarence, so I swapped Clarence out for Jacob. The Volt Switch doesn't do anything because Jacob's ground, and then Gray Fox used Hypnosis on Manectric to put it to sleep, and then I Aqua Tailed it to death. So it's just the 2 Shadow Pokemon here. However, I've got Clarence in the back here, but that's about it. Shockwave. Attempt to Hypnosis? That would be grand, honestly. Great. And yeah, snap through your confusion. I had a run here where I was fighting the Wailord, and it was confused, and it broke through confusion and attacked 5 times in a row, and then snapped out of confusion. Like, thanks, dude. We are going to max revive. Jesse. We need the sun out. We need the bulk. Yeah, breakthrough, but it missed Clarence, hit Jesse. Dazzling Gleam. Solar Beam. We're living. Hit both. The wave's gonna take Jesse out. Okay, this is a good start. Max revive Jacob. Get Jacob out. Clarence goes down. And I think... again, once again, for the sake of my time, I think I do one of these. I apologize. You waited 4 years for these, and I'm doing this, but like... Oh, we caught it anyway. I didn't even need to reload the save. We live the Shadow Wave. I'm gonna heal. It's just Lantern. Shadow Wave, we tank it. We tank Shadow Wave. I'm actually going to Aqua Tail. Perfect. We heal again. Tank the Shadow Wave. I could take a Sankit one. And Lantern goes down. Again, I have been recording for an hour and a half. I think this fight against Ardos took like 45 minutes to an hour. I think it was about 45 minutes. This is troubled if something's not done. Oh, no. I realize now that I should have crushed you much earlier. This is out of my hands now. I must defer you to Master Greevil himself. But boy, don't think that this is over. I won't abandon my dreams. Bye. I was planning on recording the entire rest of this at this moment, except that's not happening. I forget... Actually, it's, I go in here, right? Yeah, there's a healing machine right here. And I'm pretty sure you can't go in this door, and then there's more fights, and then the final boss. Just gonna save again. No? I know it's I know he's here, but this is not his fight. Something happens here. I remember that. I need to save this for later. If this is being spliced together with the rest of the footage here, it's gonna happen that way. But again, I was planning on recording the rest of this because I didn't think it would take that long. It's 5:30 in the morning now. I'm gonna do the rest of this later.
Later.
Okay, and I'm back. Let's finally do this. Oh, now this is quite a surprise. You managed to defeat Ardos? Of course, you have also beaten so many of my followers. Perhaps it's no surprise that you won. I must say that I haven't been this excited in a long time. I do have an appreciation for the strong, you see. However, I also cannot allow your interference. My Shadow Pokémon plan is nearing completion. Yeah, just get up. I almost thought there was like a video of someone being set on fire. Actually, we can take the camera anywhere we want. Is this two? This is two Cypher peons fighting each other for some reason. Why is this a video feed on this camera? It's weird. Anyway, what I wanted to do was fucking yes. So for the time being, I think I will have you securely out of the way, right where you are now. Yeah, and he just puts up a glass wall. It's reinforced glass. It appears impossible to go any further. He's just like, I can't let you interfere with my plans, and then puts up a wall. Like, talk about a roadblock. You can't go in here? I know I can. Elevator door won't open? Wait, no. It's to the left. The right? Is there a door? I could have sworn there was another door here. I know what I have to do. Oh. You know what? No, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. That this guy's here. I think the trend with this guy is that I don't remember what voice I gave him, because I went back and looked at a video where I voiced him, and I said in that video, I don't remember what voice I gave him. It's me again, kid. You know, it makes me kind of happy to see you since I've seen you so often. But the way you keep beating me and my cred's taking a beating. Aye! So Master Greevil gave me this one last chance to redeem myself. But this is it. If I lose this one, there's no tomorrow. Here goes. Alright, Gorilla again. He's got Registeel. I took his Regirock, and now he has Registeel. Alright, maybe this will go better. Except he has, like, all the types in the world to absolutely demolish Gray Fox. Like, completely. Alright, since we can't do anything else, we save state right here at the start of the fight. And how do we want to do this? Trick Room. I don't want Trick Room necessarily, because Registeel's probably slow. I don't know. Also, I don't know if you... I don't think you can paralyze steel types. Can you? Paralysis status condition. Yeah, it does not... No? I don't know what I'm looking at. No, when I look up steel types on Bulbapedia, it's showing me paralysis effect in Pokemon Shuffle. That's not... It's not what I want. Alright, well, we fuck around and find out. And Aurora Veil. Oh, okay. So that's good. You can just do that too. Well, you got the Aurora Veil up too late, and we'll never find out if that works. How's this gonna go? Jacob can come out and just Aqua Tail Aerodactyl. And I'll Blizzard to hit both. Alright, never mind. No, I won't. Alright. If you're just gonna be setting out, like, rock types and stuff, rock and ground types, still, because that was his thing the first time, was rock and ground types. No, get out Amber. We just need to see what the situation's about here. Cacturn, actually huge. Oh, you fucking hit me with the... Delete the PP of my move, but I have a choice item on, so Jacob can't do anything. Alright. On Jacob's turn, bring out Jessie. Amber, use Hurricane on Cacturn. I feel like that should just do it, right? Not quite. Seed Bomb. Does nothing. Alright, we're fine here. I'm gonna hit Flamethrower on Registeel here, and use Hyper Voice as well to just do damage to both. That should be, like, perfect. Hyper Voice is not gonna do anything to Registeel. Alright, Registeel's already in the red. Hyper Voice is disabled. That's actually huge. Dawn Fan. Solar Beam the Dawn Fan on Amber's turn. We throw an Ultra Ball at Registeel. We can just totally just take this, right? You're not gonna cause any trouble like Zapdos that took an hour to catch. Okay. Draw Run Jessie lives. Solar Beam into Dawn Fan. Alright, the Aurora Veil is gone. I think Jessie wants to live here. So we'll do that. And toss another Ultra Ball at Registeel. You can't get this, like, barely any more perfect than it is for Registeel right now, please. It's just that easy. Zapdos, on the other hand, takes an hour. Amber's gonna go down, but I expected that. We can get Jacob back in here. Flygon. Wait, it's shiny? Wait. Wait, it's wait. That... I was gonna say that portrait looked wrong. I don't remember that being shiny. Can you give me a moment? Okay, no, that's legitimately a full-on shiny. Like, that's actually real. That just happened. That's an actual full-on shiny. That's not supposed to be shiny. I just looked up a playthrough from Hef, who does a lot of Pikmin videos, but he also has done a lot of Pokemon Challenge videos before. It's not shiny in his playthrough. What do you mean that's a full-on shiny? Okay. If you say so. I think for the interest of time and not having to redo everything, because I don't know if it'll show up shiny again, save state, and we'll hope that Aqua Tail doesn't murder it. Is that Quick Claw coming in clutch? Also, the reason you might think, like, why does it look like that? shinies in Pokemon Colosseum and Gale of Darkness look super weird. Like, they're not traditional shiny colors, and I don't know why that is. That's perfect! And Tyranitar. T-Tar is also Shadow. That's insane. On Jesse's turn, throw an Ultra Ball. On Jacob's turn, we need to full restore. Perfect! First try, idiot! Alright, Jacob needs to live. Oh, that's your last Mon, too. That's perfect. I think we might be fine here. We're just gonna hit Flamethrower. I'm too afraid to hit you with a different move. But you know, if this is already your last Pokemon, like, who cares, you know? Just waste a turn, hit you with Aqua Tail. Alright, well, that's not what I want. If that's how you're gonna be. Alright, then fine. We heal on Jacob's turn. And then Aqua Tail. Or we don't do anything, actually, on Jacob's turn. In fact, we just, if you're gonna do that, I'll just hit you with Earthquake. No matter what I do, Jacob's gonna go down. Flamethrower. Confuse Ray. Never mind. Just hit you with a Confuse Ray. And just start chucking. Hit yourself. Good. Your Sandstorm doesn't do anything to me. Hit itself again. It's in the yellow. Snapped out of Confusion. Alright, this is why we save stated right here, because I'm not doing the whole fight again and risking losing the shiny. There we go. We just had to do that setup again. Alright then. Gorian. Oh, we're doomed! Bleh. That was the last chance Master Greevil gave me. How could I keep losing to some kid over and over? If there were a tree, I'd climb it and get away from all this. Alright, bye. We need to heal. And what the hell happened here? How did that even happen? I don't even know what the shiny odds are in this game. I don't know. Actually, there's something that I feel like I remember about the game mechanics of this game. Like, of just, like, XD in general. Like, if you have a Shadow Shiny Pokemon, it's actually possible when you purify the Pokemon that it's not shiny anymore. I don't remember how true that is, but I think that's true. Like, I'm not seeing, like, a shiny indicator or anything on the Pokemon itself, but it is shiny in terms of this game, so that's hilarious. One more pit stop is, you think the game is over, because now we've done all the boss refights of all the major Cypher admins. But actually, instead, there's still a Cypher peon here. You won't quit being a pest, will you? You won't quit being around, will you? The Snow Warning comes out second, so we actually have that up. Well, Dazzling Gleam, Aurora Veil. You're gonna kill Gray Fox, aren't you? Oh, we're living that? That's crazy. We're still living that. Now it continues to fall. Dazzling Gleam. Blizzard. You still go first. Gray Fox goes down. That's completely fine. Oh, of course, we hit ourselves in confusion, because why wouldn't we? You can come out. Dazzling Gleam. Punch the Charizard in the face. You're charging Solar Beam? Goodbye, Charizard. A Alolan Marowak. Attempt to full restore here. Okay, no Trick Room. That's lovely. Can we Flamethrower? Can I Aqua Tail? Alright, because I put the sun out, I guess you'll just Solar Beam me to death. I really just want to get through this. Tropius goes down. I don't even know if this fight has any Shadow Pokemon. I think it's just here to be annoying. So Viper. Earthquake. Hurricane. That does good damage. We're living that. We're not living that. Earthquake, though, takes out Marowak. Does good damage to Seviper. Barber comes out Rhydon. Solar Beam. Solar Shockwave. We avoided, that's good. We're barely living that. Down goes Seviper. Down goes Rhydon. And you have your own Torkoal. Do this. And Confuse Ray. The Battle of the Slow Pokemon. Where Barbara is the fastest on the field. Oh, huge. Huge. How am I the fastest of them all? Alright, goodbye. And then we walk back. And then we walk back. And we heal. And then we walk back. And then we walk back. And then we climb up the elevator. And we're on the other side of this room now. And now we're in Greevil's room.